Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. So for today's video tutorial, I'm going to be showing you how to create an infinite zoom effect using AI generated images generated using the Midjourney AI image generative program. So the first thing you want to do is to generate some AI generative images in order for us to create an infinite zoom effect using Adobe Premiere. For the purposes of this video, I'm going to be making some abstract wave pattern generated images using Midjourney. Don't forget to upscale each of the images since we need a high resolution image to create this beautiful infinite zoom effect. Now, once you have all the upscaled AI generated images downloaded, go ahead and open Adobe Premiere and we're going to start laying them out on our timetable. So the first thing we want to do is to lay out these three images named image 1, 2, and 3.png. We're not going to add the fourth image just yet since we're going to add it on a different keyframe since that's going to create the infinite zoom effect. So as you can see, we have images 1, 2, and 3 laid out in the proper sequence and the proper order. Now, right underneath each of those laid out images on another key table, we're going to lay out images 2, 3, and 4. That will be image 2 underneath image 1, 3 underneath image 2, and 4 underneath image 3, etc. Sadly, something happened with the recording software, and the immediate changes that we're making while editing the keyframe isn't shown in the preview. But just follow these steps and I promise you, we're going to reach the same product. Now, in order to start creating this effect, we want to select each image and change the effect controls for the image itself. The first thing we want to focus on is the scale. We want to make sure that the scale goes from the default 100 to 50 as the video progresses. By selecting the timer icon next to scale, we can set it so that as the video progresses, we can go from 100, and then if you select the end of the picture, to 50. And the next effect that we want to edit for image 1 would be the opacity. By also selecting the clock icon next to opacity, we can set it to change from an opacity of 100 to 0 as the video moves along. Now, we're going to repeat each of these settings for all the images on the first key table. So those are images 1, 2, and 3. Remember to focus on changing the scale and the opacity to make them gradually go from 100 to 50 for scale and 100 to 0 for opacity. Next, let's focus on the images on the second key table. That's table V3 for this video. For each of the images, so for example, image 2.png, we're going to change the scale from 200 to 100. There's no need to change the opacity for the second batch of images, since these are the ones which should be overlaid above the initial set of images anyway. Now, select all the images once you've applied all the proper effect settings to each of them, and we're going to nest them all together. Now, we're going to show you the final product, but once you've nested it all together with the proper settings for each of those images, congratulations, you have now created an infinite zoom effect using AI-generated images from Midjourney. And as promised, here I'm going to show you abstract wave patterns that I've generated using Midjourney and how they've come together to create an infinite zoom effect from Adobe Premiere. And there you go. A beautiful AI-generated image using infinite zoom. Thanks so much for watching for this one, guys. And if you have any other questions or inquiries, don't be afraid to ask them down in the comments below. Feel free to like this video if you feel like you learned something new, and subscribe to the channel for more amazing content just like this one. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll definitely see you all in the next one.